I figured with all the insanity in the media involving this election, most of you were at some point surrounded by pompous liberals gloating about a Trump loss that is not yet to occur. As someone who is rather good at reading the room, I thought perhaps you all could use a little chuckle. Recklessly and without much thought at all, I decided to bring you another desperate attempt at not so deep thoughts with Payne's Angels, Election 2020. After years of having to take my mask off on Halloween to enter a store, I was not allowed to enter a store this year for refusing to wear a mask. It kind of felt similar to when this all began and I stood outside of my bank for 10 minutes, mask in hand, wondering what the heck I was supposed to do. For those people that voted for Biden because Trump was going to destroy our lives, do you think he was just waiting for his second term to do it? Did all the people that voted for Biden but didn't vote for a Democrat congressman or senator not have time after standing in a line for 3+ hours? If I buy a lottery ticket and declare myself the winner, am I the winner? Or do I have to go to Fox first to get him to declare me the winner? If the most successful part of Biden's campaign was telling us how Trump failed without telling us how he would succeed, how utterly terrible was the least successful part of his campaign? Seriously, more dead Republicans voted for Biden than live Democrats showed up to his rallies. I do not look down on Joe one bit for taking lids during his campaign. If I was going to cheat, I wouldn't waste my time either. But we all knew Kamala was going to be the real president anyways. The Dems just needed to get the old elite racist white male pedophile vote. I wonder how a culturally diverse and peaceful rally of Trump-supporting patriots can be called a circus, but a group of admitted anarchists called Antifa burning cities down are referred to as peaceful protesters. Why are Trump rallies super spreaders, but riots and Biden election campaign celebrations sterile? Since Biden is stealing an election and looters steal merchandise, is it possible that the lack of integrity and theft is secure for COVID? So when did the world get to the point where drug dealers are safe talking about a transaction in public, but a citizen having a conversation about their president has to be done like a drug deal? I found that sometimes, rather than getting angry, we should just stop and laugh. Like when the same people that are now telling us to peacefully accept a bogus election up until about 30 minutes ago and for the last 4 years were telling us to resist at all costs a legitimately elected president. Sometimes I wonder if Democrats are just people that were born without logic or self-reflection. I can't be the only one who wonders how you can teach peace through violence, unity through division, love with hate, freedom using control, calling us violent racist dividers, and simultaneously wishing Trump dead. Also, while recently trying to convince me voter interference does not exist, did you think I forgot about the last 4 years of you trying to convince me voter fraud did exist? So if Black Lives Matter wants to stop black lives from being oppressed by authority, why are they dancing in the streets after electing the authority that oppressed them? Also, if Black Lives Matter really thinks privileged white men try to control minorities, why did they allow a bunch of white privileged kids to control the minority group that was set up to stop the white privileged control of minorities? Finally, I will end with a few more things that I learned in 2020. I learned that Trump spent 4 years doing good for our country to distract us from the evil dictatorship he had planned for term 2. I learned that a bunch of anonymous patriots on home computers are more effective than the DOJ with all their resources. I now understand that election interference is a big problem in our country until it isn't. We should all resist the presidency until we shouldn't, and fraud exists everywhere until it doesn't. I realize that even as a babbling idiot deplorable chump, I still may be overqualified to run as a Democrat presidential candidate. I learned that all this time I thought I had a bunch of black friends, but they didn't vote for Biden, so they were never really black at all. I learned that a man who can't keep a virus from getting in my computer is qualified to keep a virus out of me. I learned that violence is peaceful, boat parades are racist, everything Trump is contagious, truth is a conspiracy, speaking truth is fascism, and platform censorship is fact-checking. And at last, I learned that you don't have to be a from-the-hip, direct, hard truth-telling, justice-pursuing, peace-creating, economy-savvy leader of the free world, when all you really had to be was a semi-alert, racist, treasonous, extorting, compulsively lying, cheating, China-bought, hair-sniffing pedophile.